Hello, everyone. I'm delighted to bring to you a fresh and insightful analysis following our remarkable success, reaping approximately 250 pips in profit from our previous week's technical setup. Highlights from last week's OPEC Plus seminars revealed fresh output cuts, leading to a reduction of around 5 million barrels per day, or approximately 5% of global oil demand. The question on everyone's mind is, where will the price go amidst a weaker US dollar? It's on this note I welcome you to another session of my weekly series on the US oil market. In preparation for the upcoming week, I have conducted a comprehensive technical analysis, in fact, price action based, utilizing simple but powerful setups that will be our compass through the current market structure. We will harness the power of trend lines, key levels, and of course, chart patterns to gain valuable insight into the historical price movement of the US oil commodity market. But before we dive into the technical details, let's take a quick moment to reflect on the key highlights that shaped the previous week. By revisiting this development, we gain a clearer understanding of where we are coming from and better equip ourselves to anticipate the potential path that lies ahead of the upcoming week. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. So, talking about last week trading session, it was more of buying the US oil commodity as we were able to identify simple setup that will buttress the idea of buying. So, at the beginning of the week, we saw the situation here where price action was initially caught within that range between the $70.75 level and, of course, the $70.40 area to give us an insight into the level of indecision through which the market started the week. However, we were lucky enough to be part of a bullish move with our buy stop order placed above the $70.75 area. We had our first buy position for the week and we capitalized on this move by adding more positions at the breakout of the $71 area. And at the first day of the week, we were already profitable, scooping over 150 pips on both positions before the bearish momentum began. So we saw some little of choppy situation go on before we started seeing the resumption of buy pressure around the $70 mark to incite another wave of bullish momentum. So here we go. We were able to maximize the move, adding more position. So it was more of just buying the US oil during the course of last week's trading session, giving us over 250 pips move, a minimum on all of the positions we open on this commodity. Well done and congratulations to everyone who are resilient and keeping on with the idea of buying the US oil. So, if you do want to have a review of this commentary for educational purposes, I already have the link right in the description box for reference purposes. And if you are watching this from my YouTube channel, of course, you will be seeing the link at the top right hand side of your screen. So, with that being said, here let's dive right into the business for today, as we are only going to be focusing on the 4 hours time frame. And in fact, I've been able to identify a simple setup that I think we are going to be using to guide our trading activity for the week. And looking at what we have here, what I did was to take into consideration the nature of price action since the second week of the month of June. And this was what I was able to come up with. So if we look at this whole structure here, you will see that we have a couple of ascending trend line where the second trend line started the price actions activity since the beginning of the month. And when we connect the series of high and lows, we have a beautiful ascending trend lines that definitely we are going to be using to guide our trading activity for this week. Now, in addition to these trend lines, are two key levels here. The first one is the $72.50 level, which was finally broken on the last trading day of last week, as you can see here. So, this level has always been a major determinant of selling power in this market. So, if we go to as far back as the second week of the month of June, you will see how this area was a strong selling niche. As you can see there, price action came into the structure again during the last week of last month. And then in the last couple of weeks, we saw how that same area has been a strong selling niche. Not until Friday, we saw the final breakout of that structure. So you will agree with me that that level is a significant level at this point. Then aside that, we have the $74 area, which happens to be the highest point price action has been in the last couple of months now, and price action appears to be gradually approaching that level. Now, going into the new week, what is going to be our plans based on this simple current market structure? Well, our center of focus is going to be between the $74 level and, of course, the $72.50 area, at least for the first half of the week. And for the fact that we had a significant breakout of that $72.50 level for the first time in about 2 to 3 weeks, I'm of the opinion that we might likely be seeing a retest of structure before the resumption of another wave of bullish momentum. So, following a breakout of structure from a technical standpoint, whenever we see this, we expect that price action is likely going to come back, retest that structure, which interestingly shares a confluence with that ascending trend line to incite another wave of bullish momentum. However, if price action does not drop into the 72.50 cent but instead continues to find higher highs, then a breakout of the $74 level will be welcoming a buying opportunity in this market. So for the new week here, I'm still leaning more to buying the US or spot based on the continued lower, higher lows we've noticed here in the last 3 to 4 weeks now. However, in as much as we're looking out for buying opportunity in this market, you know how we do it in this community. We always ensure that we keep tabs with the opposite direction too as well. Downside, what do we want to see on this chart that will make us consider selling the US all spot? Well, for me personally, since we already have an ascending trend line here, which has been supporting this bullish momentum throughout since the beginning of this month, I'm of the opinion that it makes quite a whole lot of sense to sell only if price action breaks down the key level at the $72.50 area, and of course the trend line followed by selling pressure after a retest of structure before joining a bearish move to the downside. So this is what I will be seeing in this market before considering selling the US All Spot this week. So these are my views here on the US port, but trust me, I will be with you in the comment section after monitoring how participants in the market will be reacting to this current structure during the early hours of the new week. If you found the content very helpful and useful in making your independent trading decision for the week, I would greatly appreciate your support by giving the video a thumbs up. Your likes are valuable to me and helps the algorithm promote the video to a wider audience of traders who may find this material beneficial. Thank you so much in advance as you do so. And if you haven't already, I encourage you to follow me on this channel for more of this insightful content. And by subscribing, you will always stay updated with the latest ideas I share, and of course, receive notifications whenever I upload new videos and commentaries. See you in the comment section on Monday morning as we get prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye bye.